1,700 officers of the new border guards, and the Coast Guards work with 100,000 national border guards in all the member states and work in Greece and Italy, Bulgaria and Spain. We have common borders with the states who are not in the very front line of the geographic situation. They must not be left alone for their protection. We have to have common frontiers and common protection. We have managed to slow down the flows of irregular migrants, which is the source of great worry in many countries. We have reduced the number of irregular arrivals by 97% in the Eastern Mediterranean, thanks to the agreement that we drew up with Turkey. And this summer, we managed to better control the Central Mediterranean routes. The arrivals have gone down by 81% in August compared to the same month last year. In this way, we have considerably reduced the number of human lives lost in the Mediterranean. I can't talk about migration without making a heartfelt homage to Italy for its perseverance and its generosity. During the summer months, the Commission worked in harmony with the Prime Minister, my friend Paolo Gentiloni, and his government. We did it and we will continue to do it because in the Mediterranean, Italy is saving the honour of Europe. We have also and urgently improve the living conditions of the refugees in Libya. I am upset by the terribly inhuman conditions which we see in the reception centres. Here, Europe has got a collective responsibility, and the Commission will work hand in hand with the United Nations to bring to an end this scandalous situation which cannot continue. Even if it saddens me that not all of our member states show the same degree of solidarity, Europe as a whole has continued to show solidarity. Only last year, the member states gave asylum to over 720,000 refugees, or have foreseen how they would be replaced. This is 3 times more than Australia, Canada and the United States together. Europe, contrary to what is often said, is not a fortress and must never become one. Europe is and will remain the continent of solidarity, where people have to be able to find asylum if people are being pursued for unacceptable reasons. And I'm particularly proud of those young Europeans who are volunteering to give language courses to Syrian refugees, or to all those young people who, by their thousands, have joined our new European Solidarity Corps. These young people give both life and colour to European solidarity. But today we've got to double our efforts. Before the end of the month, the Commission will present a new series of proposals focused on returns, solidarity with Africa, and the opening up of paths of legal migration. In particular, when it comes to the issue of returns, I want to repeat this. Those who have no right to stay in Europe have got to go back to their country of origin. Only 36% of migrants in irregular situation are sent back. It is obvious that we have to considerably strengthen our activities in this area. This is the only way that Europe will be able to show proof of solidarity with regard to the refugees who really need protection. Solidarity cannot be an exclusively intra-European issue. It's also about putting in place greater solidarity with Africa. Africa, cradle of humanity, a noble continent, a young continent. Our Trust Fund for Africa, which has been filled with 2.7 billion euros, opens the possibilities of jobs all over the African continent. But while the budget of the EU is carrying the weight of the financing, the contribution of all of our member states is only at 150 million euros. So the trust is now getting to its limits. We have to know the risks of there being a lack of financing. In 2015, many migrants wanted to get to Europe when and because the food funds of the UN ran out. I therefore want to invite the member states to join action to words and to ensure that the Trust Fund for Africa does not suffer the same fate, because the risk is great. We are also going to work towards the opening of legal migration routes. Irregular migration will only stop when the migrants have got another option than undertaking a perilous journey. We're on the point of setting up 22,000 refugees coming from Turkey, Jordan and Lebanon, and I am actually supporting also the High Commissioner of the United Nations for the reinstallation of 40,000 other refugees from Libya and neighbouring countries. For the rest, Europe is a continent which is getting older, and this is another reason for having a legal migration system, which is an absolute necessity. This is why the Commission has put forward proposals